What's up, my little talented? What's up, Sussex squad? Yo, your girl is back. Sit down. We got to talk about the royals. Listen, my daddy always told me, whenever you see people doing questioning things, it's only two things that can be happening. Either the people got too much money or they got not enough. Y'all sit back and let's see these lowbrow antics. The people who were anointed by God to lead the country of England into the future. Y'all, do you know that Charles literally tried to move in construction people into Andrew's home to force him to get out? And Andrew, I imagine him holding on to like is there a stairway in the Royal Lodge? Holding on to the banister, talking about something, no, I'm not going nowhere. Why Fergie was probably running around trying to put like silverware in her what do you call it, in her hoodie, and Secret Service being like, or whatever, whoever guards some M16 being like, what are you doing there? And she's like, no, I'm pregnant, that's all. Because you know Fergie has not changed her scammer ways at all. At least I don't think so. Y'all, again, Charles moved in construction workers to the Royal Lodge to get Andrew to leave, and he refused to leave. Charles and Camilla are using the same exact tactics that slumlords in New York City use to get rid of rent-controlled tenants. Baby, I love to see it. I do want to say this. You know why I think this is all happening? One, Andrew, of course, was the Queen Mom's favorite. He hated him for that because, you know, Philip and the Queen Mom were so disappointed in Charles. They just looked at him as a weak, wimp son, which wasn't fair. But, you know, Charles grew into a monster, so we can't really cry about who made him a monster. We just need to deal with the monster. But also, there were those rumors, right, that a lot of royal sources and people that knew them said about Diana. Diana hated Charles so much that she literally went on a campaign with Andrew to see if the Queen could somehow petition Parliament to skip over Charles, to make William the next heir to be, right? And to make Andrew his regent. Now, granted, it was a dumb plan. It would have never worked. It was stupid. But it ever stopped Andrew or Fergie from doing anything. Okay. And Diana, I'm sure she was just there to see the house burn. I don't think she cared whether it was going to work or not. I think she was just like, let's see what happens. I think that's what was going on. Y'all, let's get into this report because you literally have to listen. You literally have to laugh. Let's get into this. Oh, also, I did a video on Carol Middleton. Joe, the British press is not they literally wrote a novel that I dramatically reenacted, detailing how they are scammers, hustlers, not to be trusted, and how they basically social climbed their way up. I will say this, if I was Kate Middleton, go watch the whole video, but if I was Kate Middleton, I would be worried, because it sounds to me like William is positioning himself to get rid of you because you basically scammed your way into his heart and you're a gold digger and you were using it. I wouldn't put it past William, especially now that he's with Rose. I'm sorry, his rose bushes. You know William's an avid gardener. Okay, let's get into this, right? Prince Andrew refused to leave the Royal Lodge while construction's going on. They said the Duke of York is refusing to leave his home during building works for fear he might never get back in. The royal, who no longer has official duties after being forced to quit over the Jeffrey, you know, whatever. I don't want to get demonetized. You know, Mama needs all her coins. By the way, if you guys know, I am looking for an editor. If you guys know anybody that edits 10 to 15 kind of like documentary style videos, but you know, funny memes and stuff, it should be easy work. If you're an editor or if you know somebody that edits, please hit me up in Gmail, tsatells at gmail.com. Keeping Up with the Kardashian recap is up. I make it come alive. And also, okay, I'm not going to ask for a like and subscribe. I think I've done enough, but let's just keep going. But if you want to hit that like and subscribe button, baby, if you want to, okay, there we go. He shares a 30-room, $30 million mansion with his ex-wife, Sarah, the Duchess of York. Why do we need a $30 million room mansion? Don't they have that ski thing in the Alps that the Queen paid for? Remember, it was like an $8 million or $12 million mansion. Somehow they messed up the deal and they literally had to sue the crown, and the queen ended up bailing him out. Man, they said the king believes the property could be better repurposed, but Andrew, who took over the house from the late queen mother on a long-term lease and has plowed up $7 million of his own fortune into the renovation, is refusing to budge. What is it about the royals that before they evict you, they want you to sink money into the project, then evict you? I think the plan is when you sink money in, it's like eats up all your money, and then you're going to be at the mercy of Charles. The Mail understands some necessary work is being carried out later this summer, which include roof repairs paid for Andrew by himself. It has 7 bedrooms across the uppermost floors. It will make some sense, sources say, for the prince to temporarily move to nearby Frogmore Cottage, Harry and Meghan's former home. And the king suggested Andrew could permanently downsize to it. But again, I see Andrew's point, because it's clear you guys are trying to evict him. And I think he should be evicted, thrown out on the street. I want to see them bust in, kicking the door, waving the 444. All you heard was, Charles, don't evict me no more. I want to see him thrown out on the street like the scallywag he is. But honestly, Charles, can you be more inventive? There's 30 rooms. They can live in any of them. It's only going to be 7 on the uppermost floor. Honestly, Andrew would probably sleep in that doghouse just to make sure, right? I mean, if you were really smart, well, you know what? They are smart. If any fires start at the Royal Lodge, yeah. Anyway, right? The source also claims that Andrew, rightly or wrongly, fears he could be permanently evicted if he were to leave the property, even temporarily. Wait, so Andrew's not even going off the grounds? He's afraid that if he even goes to the local Tesco's to get a bag of chips and sandwich combo, that he's going to be locked out. This is getting better and better. It's become farcical. Andrew has roof repairs scheduled late this summer, which will take 7 months to complete. Several months to complete. And it's been advised that staying in the house during these renovations could prove problematic, but he's reluctant to leave. Buckingham Palace declined to comment. However, another source insisted there's no need for the Duke of York to move out. They understand that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, now based in California, still hold the tenancy in Frogmore, which runs out in July. Princess Eugenie is currently living in the comfortable 5-bedroom home with her husband and 2 children. She gave birth to their second son. Remember when Eugenie was seen on the street hugging Piers Morgan? I think that's what she had to trade to get that lease. How pathetic that you have to beg the crown and go through all these hoops and really compromise your morals. Assuming Eugenia, whatever her name is, had morals. How pathetic. These welfare queens. And here's the thing. Hear me now. There's nothing wrong with being on welfare. Of course, if you need it, I believe it's the society's responsibility to help those in need. So please, you know me, right? Comrade, we're in this together. I mean, pathetically rich people that are worth millions and billions. Even all the money Andrew got bribed, that you burnt through all of that. You guys have all this, and you really do look at the commoners and the fruits of the commoners' labor as little chess pieces for you to give around, maneuver around. And the damn commoners are so stupid that you're giving them this money? Man, throw it all away. Another source added that despite the drama surrounding the Royal Lodge and the cost needed for repair, the Duke of York is adamant he'll remain in his home and not become Frogmore's new resident. I don't believe that. I think that, you think Charles will buy him out? You think he'll embarrass them? You think he'll literally drag them out and lock the doors? I think Charles and Camilla 100% want to do that. And I'd like to see that. They said they originally wanted Andrew out of the Royal Lodge so that the property could be renovated and prepared for new lodgers. Who is buying a property for 30 rooms? Who is the new lodger? I bet they're going to say something like, it's going to be Charlotte or Louis when they get married. So in 80 years, we're kicking you out. So in 80 years, somebody can live here. But he's adamant that, right? He has so many years left to run on this lease, and he spent millions from his own fortune doing doing up the palace that he's not going to leave his home. He feels very strongly, perhaps with some justification, that they're moving the goalpost suddenly and it's hugely unfair. No one knows how it'll be resolved, but Andrew is not backing down. It's clearly convenient for Harry and Meghan to leave Frogmore as they were paying for property they don't really use, but the Royal Lodge is Andrew's home. We all know that, well, whatever. I'm not going to get into Harry, Meghan, and the lease, but that's all cap. They owe Harry and Meghan money. I hope they get paid back. It's been long rumored that the Prince and Princess of Wales, who are currently living in 4-bedroom Adelaide cottage in Windsor with their 3 children, might move in. But it's believed that the Crown Estate wouldn't rule out renting the Royal Lodge commercially either in order to get the best return. Y'all, this is a whole mess. It's dirty, pathetic, scheming, conniving, just disgusting tactics. It's everything the British royal family actually is. You guys, let me know what you think about this. You're welcome for the double scoop today. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.